Hi everyone, welcome to the Unsigned podcast. I'm joined by AB Violet, Rob Jackson, and Ollie Key's not here.
Can we just
Can we slow clap Ollie?
picture him in, maybe animate him in?
Maybe if I've got time and I can be bothered, I'll do a cutout of him here.
Should we get him to green
And now
screen?
he's gone.
Should we get him to green screen some video when he gets home and send us?
No, because that's more work for me, isn't it?
End of the season though, so you've got plenty of time to get it done.
No, 'tis the season to be jolly, not
Was
to
the
sit
season?
on.
Christmas is over now.
Oh, right. So we're obviously recording this before Christmas. It will come out just after Christmas. So Rob's being bar humbug already.
No, I had a great Christmas.
How?
Well, I did have a good Christmas.
It's all for continuity.
It is, yeah.
It's still a few days off yet.
I could have just said we had a great Christmas. You could have lied. You could have lied. I'd have lied.
We haven't
No one
had
would have
Christmas yet. I've literally just finished.
That,
I've literally just finished work today, so I don't want to get I don't want to wish Christmas away.
Part time.
What?
Just finished work today.
Yeah.
You're not working up until?
No.
What about,
I saved holiday. No, I saved holiday. So I've managed to save enough holiday that I've been able to take off 2 weeks.
One of those. Just go enjoy it in the summer.
No, I did that too. Like I took
too much holiday.
No, because it was the Queen's Jubilee, so I took 2 weeks off in May. Although we ended up recording 2 episodes here one day. And then, I had 2 weeks off in May. I've had no time off between then and now. So I've got 2 weeks off for Christmas.
You just use your annual leave poorly, clearly.
Yeah, I just try and use it bulk.
No, mine's for the summer.
Yeah.
Why would I want to take time off in the winter?
It might be different because I've got kids. So it might be different because I'm taking time off to be with them and do things with them and stuff like that.
Makes sense.
Whereas you've got fish.
They're alive though.
Are they alive?
I mean, sorry, your kids. But, the fish are doing well as well.
Parenting.
Tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got fish. Fish are good. Fish are alive. Fish are increasing.
Are you still banned from pets at home?
No,
Why are you banned from vets at home? Has that true?
Me, yeah. I just had an argument with them about fish. They told me I couldn't. It's a long story.
We have time.
Joey, it's been so long. I think the rage is gone.
Oh, is it?
Like maybe if you just drop the voice message in that I sent you after. I went in to buy fish. I've got a massive tank. I've got a massive tank. It can have loads of fish in. The woman, I can't say that. The troll asked me what kind of tank I had, what fish I had in there, and then she started giving me points for these fish I don't even have yet. And then she just said I can have 6 fish, and then count up my points and told me no, I can have the rest of what I wanted. I mean, they died.
That wasn't due to the amount of fish.
No, that was my fault for whatever. So no, the tank is up and running. We've got loads.
Yeah.
2 eels at the latest edition.
Eels?
Yeah. I told George I was going to go get
Where did you get them from?
Fish shop.
Oh yeah.
Mersey. When fishing.
Danny Sen Market.
Yeah. At the fish shop, so I was going to go get some plants and some wood just to change the tank around, make it look a bit more real.
Right.
So then one day you can march back into that fish shop and show that lady.
Yeah, I'll carry my tank into Pets Home and go.
How's that for a
What do you think of that?
What do you think of this? But no, I came home with 2 eels, didn't tell her I had them, and just left them in the tank doing their thing until she was sat there watching. What was she watching? The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Awesome.
Yeah, and she just went, eels! The tank. I was like, oh, there we go. That's 4 hours later. They've been swimming around.
That could have been weeks though.
Yeah.
I think if I had done that, I don't think Charlotte would have noticed.
No, where we've got the TV at home, we've got TV.
It's next to the TV.
Tank next to it. So if you're watching something that's not quite engaging, you're like, and you just draw towards the
Eels.
tank. Eels, yeah. Curious little creatures, but there you go.
Why eels though? Why did you go for eels? Like,
they were cheap.
Oh right. Okay.
This is the content you came for.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry. We're a music podcast, but we haven't had all 3 of us in the room before, so it's quite fun.
Or just been able to talk about anything that's not music.
Yeah, I know. Well, basically, over the course of this series, this is the 33rd, 34th episode, and we've had guests every single week, except for the first one where it was me and you in the preview show.
Yeah.
Other than that, we've had a guest every single week, and what we wanted to do today was sort of wrap up series 1 because it's nearly Christmas, or it's been Christmas.
Did you get to be a guest?
No, she didn't.
Well, right.
I didn't even get offered either.
We have a new guest. Baby Violet's here.
Didn't offer the guest yet.
Because I've asked all the questions.
Admission's got to do it.
He has asked me all the questions.
I've asked all the questions as part of it.
We know what the answers by now.
So yeah.
I'll let you
and also, how many times have we done Dream Gig?
Too many to care.
Yeah, like 30 times. So I think it's just like it got a lot of the answers were quite.
Everyone wants to play the O2. Everyone wants to.
I don't get that though. I understand everyone wants to play the O2, but
it's just shit sound. Like, I would just to say it's ticked off, but the sound quality at the O2 is not great for like a band or like a gig. I think
it's good pop star show.
Yeah,
Anyone that's
show
got big
yeah.
stage productions.
Yeah.
No,
I thought it would be a little bit more niche sometimes when people have like Shepherd's Bush Empire, places like that.
Brixton, that's a bit cool.
Yeah,
cool venue.
Yeah,
I so want to ask you what yours would be though.
Honestly, I don't think that I've got enough experience of going to.
I reckon you could. I reckon you've been to gigs. I reckon.
Yeah, I've been to some
venue.
gigs.
Okay, so there you go.
Shepherd's Bush Empire is one of the ones. Royal Albert Hall is another great one.
Pick
obviously.
a venue, dream gig venue. If you was a musician, you're a drummer.
Yeah.
You're gonna play. You're gonna play a drum solo at a venue. Which one are you going for?
I would go Shepherd's Bush Empire because I think that was I enjoyed that as a venue because I've only been there once before. But I really liked
main support, headline slot. Which one where are you fitting on the bill? Who?
But I'm not.
The thing is though, you know so many artists, you could piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, but do you know what I've been worried about? Where we've been doing not artist of the week, where we've been doing our track of the year, right? And then I've just not to ruin the illusion, but I've sort of done my shows for Christmas and New Year's Day because I want to break. So you sort of do think about that sort of stuff, like, you don't want to offend certain people and all that. And you must have found that as well when me and you have been working on future hit stuff. Have you been worried about offending people and not choosing them?
No, I'll pick a mix of people.
Pick a mix.
Pick a mix.
Yeah, I find it quite difficult. I've tried to sort of, to pick.
Do you have a process of how you pick your music?
I sort of just play what makes me feel something, if I'm honest.
Okay.
But we have so many tracks that are sent to us on Future Hits and on Unsigned that there are some tracks that aren't necessarily my cup of tea, but I think there'll be people will like those, I'll play those. But I've said it on my show before, as long as I feel something when I'm listening to it, I'll play it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's certain tracks that I sort of just go, not really my thing. But
like
you know. But then there's certain.
They're not going to listen. Go on, call them out.
And then there's certain tracks that, like, we were listening to my release on Spotify. I had my release radar on the way here. Dharma Hounds are from Chelmsford.
Okay.
And they've just released They've released Blood Pressure, which they uploaded to us, and Void has just come out. And listening to that, it's just, I don't know, it just gets me going.
Gets you going.
Gets you going.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I just like music that makes me feel something. If it's just a bit beige, then because I think right. Here's a question for you: out of everyone that we've had on the podcast,
Yep.
not necessarily you've been the co-host on it, but who has impressed you the most?
We've
music or
music wise or answers wise.
Musically, Will Pope's been mine.
See, the confession comes where I have to admit there's only so many that I've watched.
See, I knew that was coming. You've watched the ones you've been a part of.
No. The Black Pines one.
Yep.
That performance of the Soundgarden cover.
Yep.
Was very good. Louise Parker did a cover of which I can't think what it was, but I didn't know it until she started. And I thought, actually, I know this one. This is really good.
Yeah.
Have
you got to say Louise because you like?
No. No, who else? The Harrison's cover of Catfish. That was really good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my free.
Well done. I didn't ask for free, but that's brilliant. Well done.
You know.
Yeah.
You got free.
List them off.
I liked the Harrison's cover. You posted that the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, they've performed at the first event we did in Chelmsford. They were the first band to do an acoustic set after the podcast. And then they came back again when we were doing like an acoustic session weekend, and they came back and done, was it four tracks, wasn't it? They done
got their money's worth.
They really got their money's worth, yeah. So they come and done 4 tracks then as well. So yeah, they've been in more than anyone else. But yeah, I think
Favoritism.
not favoritism. They've just been the most not eager's not the right word.
Keen,
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Just a synonym for eager.
Yeah. They've been the ones who've been up for it the most. Do you know what I mean?
That's great because they are great.
They're amazing. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do
then
next year.
with interview questions and answers. How about that then? With your favourite?
Well, I'll be honest.
Artist,
So
the
like,
one that stands out, should we say?
Fraser Morgan was the best one for me. Hands down.
Fraser Morgan was
Funniest day
brilliant.
of my life.
Fraser Morgan was brilliant. He so my music knowledge, I know what I like what I know, but I'm not very well. I wouldn't say I'm the most cultured of
No.
music enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Why are you saying no?
Because
like
you do always talk about the same bands. Listen to some new metal in the car on the week.
Yeah.
There was a lot of mixed stuff that came on in the car, on the way up.
Yeah, I do listen to a lot of mixed stuff.
To the Avatar by the time we were parking up. It was good.
What, the soundtrack?
Soundtrack for Avatar came on.
The new
yeah.
one or the old one?
I don't know. I assume it's a new one, but I don't know. But anyway, who cares?
Okay.
But yeah, my music knowledge is reasonably limited compared to all of you guys who come on this as artists, and music has been everything you've been doing for years and years. When we had someone like Alex Francis on, when it was me and Lizzie, he was talking about things that I didn't really have too much of a clue on. So he sort of bamboozled me a little bit.
No reference points.
Not really.
No.
Apart from he mentioned one, can't remember the name of the venue, is in America somewhere. The only reason I knew it is because when John played there and I've watched it on Rocket Man.
That's your cultural.
That was my
reference
reference
there,
point.
Did you tell him that though when he was talking?
Of course not.
Oh, you just told him now.
Well, if he's watching, yeah.
We'll tag him in it.
Yeah. No, I think answer-wise, yeah, Fraser was brilliant. And then I've enjoyed, like, we've done so many of these episodes now, I've sort of lost track of
Who's who.
a little bit.
One that stands out for me was the answers that the Lucetters gave. Don't know why. I just clicked with what they were saying.
You could probably relate to them. They're an Essex band, and
I think their answers were like, yeah, I live that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Especially with their insight on London promoters.
I think that's been a recurring theme. I think recurring themes have been London promoters, pay to play.
Yep.
People always want to play Glastonbury.
Well, there's a question. Pay to play, something we was discussing the other day.
Yeah.
So download, and please don't quote me on this because I know I'll get it wrong. Hopefully you may. Someone know the answer. Download, I think you pay to play there.
Oh, really?
So let's just say you're paying for a slotted download. Let's just pick a figure and say £1,000. It may be, it might not, whatever. £1,000, maybe less.
Yep.
Is spending £1,000 to pay to play at download more beneficial than putting £1,000 into Facebook marketing?
I would say £1,000 a lot of money.
Oh yeah. That's just a guess at a number.
Yeah. But I would say if it was me personally, if it was emissions, I would say playing download is going to probably do more for you than Facebook marketing, or paying for playlists on Spotify, or anything like that. Yeah, I think that being a part of a big festival where you may get noticed by someone is going to do more for you than trying to just appeal to the demographic within. Yeah,
that was my argument.
With who?
With the rest of the band.
Oh, right.
Not that it was an option for us. It was just something that we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, what about this?
I think surely even if you are paying, the promoters are still going to want bands that people are going to be there to see. So they're going to be decent. And I think if they're interested in you playing at download, it's it's not exactly a massively diverse mix of music at download, is it necessarily? Like, so
it's all like metal,
you fit
right?
the bill,
niche festival.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, it's the right genre.
That's the right audience. Whereas if you pay for Facebook marketing,
who knows?
You're not hitting.
Well, no, but with Facebook marketing, you still aim it towards the kind of people you want.
I think that from an experience perspective, download's the one. Download would be the one.
Yeah.
And that what it comes down to. Like, we've had, applying for festivals and stuff like that. Whereas, like, I mean, when we have Fraser on, I know he's already applied for loads of festivals for next year. I know there's some bands who probably haven't applied for many, and it's a case that it's just trying to figure out what you want to do next year as an artist. And I think that if you've got get the experience of playing at not just one festival but a few festivals throughout next year, whoever you are, I think that will give you better experience. Than doing the same.
I think until you make it,
gigs.
you should be playing festivals every year. Yeah. It seems silly to go, I'll take a year out.
Yeah, no, exactly. But again, it comes back to being all on the same page, doesn't it? Like, and everyone aiming in the same direction. I think that's the very difficult thing. It's what we've talked about with not only bands and artists and presenters and everything else. It is very difficult to all be on the same page, pushing in the same direction.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. We're stopping there, are we? Good chat.
That's topic. What else we got for another hour and 15 minutes?
Well, it doesn't help if you cut everything short with there you go.
Mate, I think we should give Lizzie a shout out.
We should give Lizzie a shout out.
I know that she's not here. But I know.
No, really?
But she would have read the WhatsApp chat. And she seems like the kind of person who get quite a bit of FOMO by not being here.
Yeah, so Lizzie's been amazing. I didn't know Lizzie before I even started this. And it was Ocean Floors who linked us up basically because Lizzie wanted to get some more radio experience and stuff. Not that she needed it, but she wanted to get onto other things. So they sort of linked us up, and then she was part of the second episode, I think, third episode, and then second episode, third was Downtown City Gardens, wasn't it? Anyway, so she's been a part of it for a very long time. She's been brilliant, and she's great at what she does, and it's quite nice because where I've had, obviously, you two are both musicians, and you ask very detailed questions in regards to sort of things that I would never know. You just take the piss, and then Lizzie's like a professional presenter, and I'm sort of just in the middle. Mate, that's exactly what happens. No, you're great.
Dude,
no, what I mean
is there no one else available tonight? Is that why we're?
No, well, Ollie didn't come.
Ollie didn't come.
No one's here.
Lizzie was busy.
You clearly want here, yeah.
No, what my point is I'm very lucky to have great people involved with it. They include you.
Thank you.
And it's just nice to have that variety. But yes, you're right. We should definitely give Lizzie a shout out.
Done. I killed a minute and a half. What's next?
Oh, fucking hell.
How much we got? How much we got?
Do you want to be? Is it because Ollie hasn't turned up? Is that are you in a bad mood?
I'm so angry at him. Like, you've got no idea how fuming I am.
And he's the only one wearing a Christmas jumper.
He was, yeah. Like, he texted me saying he rang his girlfriend and say, like, I fucked up. And she said to him, I did wonder why he was going to Ilford when he called me.
He's just, bless him. Do you know, Abby was asking me on the way up, like, how many times have I met Ollie?
George asked me that as well, yeah.
Once.
What, how many times you've met Ollie?
No.
Oh.
Me. Once.
Matt.
Once. At a Future Hits gig.
Yeah.
That was it. Which is available on YouTube now.
Lucky you, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only time I met him. But was he, I don't know. It was nice if he was going to be here, but it's a shame he's not. But, such is life.
Next year, what gigs have you got lined up?
Next year.
Not that you're putting on, that you're going to go see.
I'll be honest.
Watch list.
Who's on my watch list?
Yeah.
I'd like to see Ariston again. I'd like to see Ocean Floors because I've never actually seen them, which is lucky because we're seeing them in April. And Black Pine's obviously seeing next week by the time this goes out. Would have seen them. Who else?
Tomorrow.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. So I don't know what
Any
gigs.
bigger artists.
I'll be honest, I haven't looked that far ahead. I've had my head up my arse for the last couple of weeks. I'm just trying to just get through.
Yeah, make it happen.
Yeah, trying to get through to today, and then I can just
relax.
Chill. Yeah. What about yourself?
Bigger artists.
Yeah.
I've got Arctic Monkeys booked in.
Nice.
That I'm really looking forward to. Other than that, Ocean Floors is all I've got.
Yeah.
Lined up, and yourself when that comes along.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll be playing some next year.
I was going to say, what is the plan for AB Violet for 2023? Because obviously you've been a big part of this. You've been a big part of Future Hits. So I know obviously from a time perspective, there's only so much time in the day. But from an AB Violet perspective, what is the plan for next year?
Music and gigs. I think when life and work takes over, AB Violet's the first to be cut. Like, especially if I've made a weekly commitment to Future Hits. It's like any new AB Violet stuff. No one knows when that's come in. No one expects that. So that's the first to go. But there's lots of stuff that's written.
That's your fault, eh?
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
You know it's not your fault.
No, I know.
And hopefully producer Ian's going to help.
Hey! Producer Ian's here! Or what did you call yourself last week? Uncle Albert or something?
Uncle Albert.
Oh,
Ernie, yeah.
Sounds a bit suspect.
Uncle Albert.
Uncle Albert.
In the war.
Not a clue.
Only Fools.
No.
During the war.
No?
No. I know, like, the other characters.
Oh, right.
Like the joke about the broom.
Go on. No, don't. Let's not go down that road. What's the plans for 2023 for?
What's your New Year's resolution? Sorry.
Come on, no, screw
bearing in mind, just questions coming out of fucking anywhere.
What the fuck did I say about last Christmas? Pulled out of the bag.
New Year's resolution. I'll be honest, like, I think that I need to just general shit, like exercise. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's nothing more drastic than me just trying to be a bit healthier. Like, I said to myself the other week, like, I want to sort of cut down. Not that I drink a lot. I only seem to really drink at weekends and that. So I want to, like, just not drink as much and exercise more.
Yeah.
But I think the problem I've had is where I've been so heavily into Unsigned, Future Hits, all that stuff, I haven't really had time to, especially coming up here as well and editing and all that. No, I haven't had a chance to drink. I haven't had a chance to really exercise and stuff, so I just need to sort of realign, I think. So I think getting back out on my bike is a good one for me.
I think exercise comes up for everyone though, doesn't it?
It does, but I think it's very good to. I think for me personally, it really helps upstairs as well, because I think that if I'm busy and I'm doing 100 things and I'm sort of a bit overwhelmed because there's too much going on, I just fucks my head. Whereas when I'm going out on my bike or whatever, even walking the dog helps. But
and it forces you to step away from that busy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even today, like I had something to eat at lunchtime, and then I was straight back out in the studio. Like I was working, but I was also multitasking, doing other things. But I sort of just wanted to clear my list off so I could just chill.
What about something that's not
negative?
No. I was going to say stereotypical, but obviously it's not because you want to get it done. But something that's more niche to you that no one else is doing.
I want to. So with what we've done this year, right? So we started out this year with myself just doing the Unsigned radio show, right? Which sort of progressed from the Saturday sessions. So Unsigned over the past year has developed quite a lot. Obviously doing the podcast for the last 6 months and 7 months or whatever. Then Future Hits started. Yeah. Obviously we've started Limitless as well. So I sort of want to sort of try and define exactly where that's heading. Right. Do you know what I mean? So at the moment I feel like there's lots of little things happening.
Just to pick one. It's not a conversation for now, but do you know, I just have to pick one and push one properly rather than going.
I think they can all work together, but you need to be consistent with branding.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What
right. Yeah. No, I think so. I think it's just I just want to try and take that next step on there, because don't get me wrong, like my job's fine and all that, but like with you guys and with all the every other musician we've had in here, turn around and gone, yeah, we work to pay to do this, like to do music, and hopefully one day the music will take over. Yeah. Obviously, from my perspective and from Lizzie's perspective, you sort of hope that this takes over from the day job at some point. So I just want to take the good. I want to like make positive strides towards that.
You need to get adverts on here.
Yeah, just generally, just stuff like that. Like I don't know a lot about that sort of stuff, so that's where I sort of probably need some help. But then I have to say that where I was doing, so on my Christmas Day show is Christmas covers, which you would have either listened to it or not listened to it by now. New Year's Day,
you can catch up.
You can catch up on Mixcloud. My New Year's Day show is like, so we've got a show on Future Hits where we're counting down top 20 tracks from 2022, which I'm looking forward to. But my Unsigned show, I've just gone through and picked like 14 or 15 tracks. Live tracks that we've had either as part of the acoustic sessions on here or the live events over the course of this year, mainly since May, because that's when the first event was, and then we started doing acoustic sessions later on. But it's really shown, it made me quite proud to listen to that back and like get all that sort of arranged, because it was like sorting out the show for it, because you sort of go through and go, fuck, like we've done a lot over this year. Loads of music.
Intense.
Yeah,
really
it has been really intense. A lot of hard work's gone into it.
Maybe that's the thing for next year, is make it not so intense.
And that's why both of you right now are completely jaded. Rob's like, let's go home, and we only passed a minute.
23 minutes, bite size, call it. Have you got any for next year?
Any
New Year's resolutions?
Yeah, I want to dedicate more time to Baby Violet as an artist. I was just writing music for the sake of it. That is kind of what I do to switch off, is write. But I've done nothing with them. And I think when I first started, I was just releasing stuff maybe that I'm not so proud of now when I listen back to it.
Why? For what?
I don't know. Just you must, like, when you listen back to your own stuff, like, oh, I could have tweaked that a little bit, or that note wasn't. But
I remember you saying to me at the time on Sunday, it might not necessarily be the same tracks, but I remember you going, I'm sick of listening to it, I just want to get it out. So do you think you were impatient?
Yes, probably. So maybe work on my patience as a personal goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want to release stuff that I'm proud of and actually put time into it. Do you know what I mean? And like I don't know who I am as an artist really. I've got maybe like a pop synthy sound overall, but I think I really need to define. Yeah.
Nice.
Do you think that will help when you're working with other musicians as well and other producers and stuff?
Definitely. I'm talking to a lot of producers that are probably watching this now, like, what are you talking about? We're working on stuff, but nothing's ready to go yet. That might include you. You don't know.
I wasn't swearing at you. I was just swearing at just generally as producers. I don't know.
Dad.
Producers, apparently. Fuck you, producers. Fuck you, Dad. Wow. That's where we're at. Right now.
I didn't mean that. But yeah, so working with them will help.
Yeah, and I want to do gigs. I don't gig a lot, so and my tracks are synth poppy and electronic a lot of the time. I'm on the Mac, like everything's MIDI, so I want to see what we can get in a live rehearsal studio as a
Out the Mac into the room.
Yes.
There's your EP name.
That's pretty shit. But if you've got any other ideas, I'm willing to.
Fuck yeah. That was all you. That's all you got. Could have gone. I like it, but we'll work on it. Like, all right.
No, she's quite honest.
Yeah. That didn't make the cut.
No,
didn't make the cut.
But that's good though. So when with the band, have you got rehearsal time planned for next year then already? Or
yes, we've picked a place and we know who's going. We just need to book it in when we've all got a date.
Oh, that's the worst.
Which I'm already starting to see the downsides of working with a band. Mm-hmm. Don't know if you want to out the rest of your band on the podcast, Rob.
No, we're usually quite consistent.
Yeah.
Just not turn up. So no, we for last however many years we've been playing together since the age of like 18, 19. We've always done Wednesdays or Tuesdays or Thursdays. I always had that set date.
Yeah.
But only recently we've kind of tried to change it. But once you start changing, that's where the issues come from. But you just got to say, this is our day. It's happening.
But also from your perspective, like without being too wanky about it, like they're working for you, right? So I know they're not, but in a way they are. You're the artist and they're coming to be a part of that, whereas you're part of a 5-piece. So it's similar to when you work for Louise. Yeah. You're going there, all right, you're doing your bit.
That's even worse trying to find a date. Because Louise has got what the day she wants to do. Yeah. And you've got Ben, who plays keys for the Faux Fighters.
Yep.
And the Bon Jovi cover band.
John Bovey.
Yeah, so he's packed out.
Yeah.
Then you've got Simon on the drummer. He's got his bits going on. Mm-hmm. And Ben's got work and family in between. So it's even worse.
Right, okay.
When it's not your... So if it was emissions, I go, no, I'm doing this.
Yeah. As long as the Georgia approves it.
Yeah. She does. She does.
Hills!
Yeah, leave her scared.
Did you notice you're gone?
Scared, yeah. She's still looking at a tank gun. Trying to count them. There's only 2. But yeah, it's easier when it's your own band, your own project, because we invest.
It's because you're all invested in it, though, isn't it?
You invest the same into Louise's stuff.
What I meant, though, is that you're all collectively invested into one thing.
Yeah.
Rather than not outsiders, but then going.
You're working towards one thing, which is admissions, rather than with Louise. You're working for Louise, I suppose.
Yeah.
Kind of, but it's the way I see it now. I didn't see this at the start. So when we first did it, I was like, we've got a gig coming up. We'll practice. It'll be a good gig. But now I know what's booked in for the calendar next year. It's more, if she succeeds, I succeed. Right. Because I will be next to her playing the gigs.
Yeah.
Playing the festivals.
Handing out admissions cards. Like,
Just start playing the riffs between each side.
I was just retuning her guitar.
It's the same as like, if you succeed with this, we succeed as well. You know what I'm saying? So you put the same amount of oomph.
I don't think that could quite work with the crossovers we've got.
What do you mean?
Without outing who it is, but the bassist. I'm not sure AB Violet would be the right promo for.
Yeah, but you can say that about him.
I didn't get asked for that, did I?
No, you didn't. No.
The
way I got you Louise and I got you Black Pines, right? So
I'm just still pissed off that Lucettas didn't ask me when they got theirs new bassist.
Tommy, he's calling you out. Yeah. All right. I'm going to ask you one question before we have a quick break, and then we'll figure out what we're doing in section 2. If you could be the bassist for any band, who would it be?
As in Unsigned or just anything?
I meant anything, but if you've got one for Unsigned, that'd be good.
I thought he was keeping it within.
Let's keep it within the Unsigned brand.
San Quentin are having a lot of fun at their gigs.
Yeah.
They're a laugh. If it was going to be like a bigger band, my first reaction is Arctic Monkeys, because that'd be a dream kind of thing. But I'd probably go something that's a bit more just obscure, like something like
Oh shit! Don't want to be too mainstream.
No, like someone that's a bit more like dancey, like fun. Like this is gonna, like everyone goes and this. We're gonna jump around for Cortinas. There you go.
Right.
Oh, I'd love that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
They're my 2.
What about yourself? I know obviously it's a bit different being a singer, but if you were to either produce for someone
or just, I think you go for like the whole AC/DC situation. Band's singers died. You've got to take over. Who are you going for?
I mean, I would probably love to be one of the Haim sisters. I think that's what I was meant to be.
Right.
With a bass guitar.
Yeah.
The hair's there already. I'm Jewish as well, so sorted.
I should have been part of I had a real crush on them at one point.
Did you?
They are.
Through lockdown, yeah.
Through lockdown.
Through lockdown.
We just
Not that long
needed some new
ago.
material.
No, so you get back out and meet real people. So that kind of finished.
I don't know a lot about Haim. I just remember seeing them on, was it like Brit Awards or whatever? And I'm sure that Jack Whitehall was hosting. They were just pissed and they were just trying to talk to him across the table. I think he was talking to Harry Styles at the time or something.
Yeah.
That's
the way
Yeah,
to go.
and that's also why I want to be a part of that band as well.
What about you if you was going to get up and play the sticks for a band?
Funny, I was saying to Abby on the way up, right? So I have had drum kits. I've got like Dad bought one over that I had, right? And then me and my boy Isaac's been having a bit of a go on it, and then he's been playing "We Will Rock You," right,
Nice,
by
yeah.
Queen. So he's been learning that, and I sort of thought, do you know what, like. They were upstairs. I think they were in bed. Charlotte was somewhere. I thought I'm gonna have a.
In reality, Matt couldn't wait to kick Isaac off.
Yeah, I couldn't wait.
Go to bed.
Go to bed, mate. and the first song I put on was My Hero by Foo Fighters, and then I put on Mountain High by the Skinner Brothers.
Okay.
It's just I'll play it to you in the break, but it's very like.
Did you record yourself?
No, I didn't record myself.
That'd
no.
be good next time. YouTube short.
But then the kick, the beat for the kick sort of came out.
Oh, you broke it already.
I think I got a bit overexcited.
Oh, no.
But yeah, no, I'm nowhere. I can't play to anyone. Like it would be a case that I would.
But who's the band that you're gonna?
Oh, unsigned bands.
Anyone.
I'd like. I think for me, like the band I've always loved was Foo Fighters. That's the band I've always sort of followed and loved, and I think that would be.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I know.
Good job you're learning.
I was going to say something
They're available shoes. To be able to slip right in.
I was going to say there's an opening. Yeah, no, that probably would be the one I'd really want to do.
I could see that.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe not. But that would be what I'd want to do. I think I can't sing. I could probably give writing a go.
Why don't you get learning? We get you in the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather.
We can make it happen.
No, I'm going to be an
Dave
AB
Grohl.
Violet's band.
I do need a drummer.
There you go.
There you go.
Sorted. You heard it here.
Right, we're going to have a quick break and then we'll come back in section 2.
Hi, this is Eliza May, and you're watching the Unsigned podcast.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Unsigned podcast, section 2. AB Violet, Rob Jackson.
Hello.
Producer Ian's here, and this is sort of like the season finale of season 1.
It's been a long season.
Has been a long season.
34 episodes.
Yeah, I don't think every season's going to be 34 episodes. I think that who was it? Was it one of you two said to me about like maybe do like series like
Probably.
Yeah, it would have been a better. It would have been a better idea. I think I just looked at other podcasts and they're like 100, 200 episodes in.
That's disgusting.
Overall. And probably like 6 or 7 seasons.
No. They don't do series. They literally just do a weekly episode every week, and it's just on whatever. Like, I think if you look at, it's crazy. But so I just sort of thought, I mean, Scroobius Pip is just ridiculous, isn't he? Like he's like 700 episodes. That's stupid.
Well. I've met him before.
Is he tall? Well, no, yeah. It's a Millwall fan, isn't he?
I mean, I was like
Wow.
21 at the time. So.
Oh right, okay. Tangents. So I should have probably done series, and if we did like 10 episodes a series, we'd be on series 4 by now.
Wouldn't be burnt out.
Yeah, there is that. I think that is less. 2023. I'm going to do a series of podcasts as opposed to just every week.
Mm.
And are you happy to take suggestions of what that series could look like? Or
100%.
Who would be the one artist that you want to get on in season 2?
I think that I would quite like to have. I'd like to. So people that we've talked about the ratings a few times, haven't we?
I'd quite like.
And
people like that, Skinner Brothers.
Yeah,
K's. I'd quite like them on here as well.
Yeah, I'd like to have people that are sort of where I think me and you were talking last week about 1 to 5, weren't we? Mm-hmm. So we were talking about like artists that have gone from 1 to 5, and now if you say like 5 is sort of at the level where say yourselves are or Lucetta's are, whatever. If you say that's around 5, it's saying on my face then, and then getting from 5 to 10, who would be that next step? It'd be trying to figure out. It would be good to speak to people that are sort of like at a 6, 7 to try and then help people that are 1 to 5 to move up. If that makes sense.
I'm with you.
So yeah, I'd quite like artists around that. Like
It's difficult because those bands aren't based near here.
No.
They're all
Yeah, exactly.
out.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And there is one artist we want to get on at some point, it's Matilda, because she was supposed to be coming in and then rail strikes happened. Yeah, Matilda Pratt. So we were supposed to be getting her in at some point, but that didn't quite work out. So there's a few like that a few people like that I'd like to get on that we weren't able to get on in this series. But also, looking at potentially doing it slightly differently. But any suggestions or anyone who wants to get involved or anything like that, we're up for get in touch with us on Instagram. It's probably the best way, unsignedmusic.uk. Probably the best form of contact on there. But who would be what would you suggest, and what would be your suggestion for series 2?
Well, it's too big of a commitment, but I definitely think you should go on the road if this isn't a place to come to anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just, for me, it's just like logistically every week.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's the thing. I think if we were doing an episode here every now and again, it'd be all right. But I just think where it's been 33, 34 weeks of coming here every week, it's just a lot of travelling. Mm-hmm. So, on the road would be good.
On the road.
But like, off menu.
Yeah.
They record several episodes in one day, like from LA. Not that we're going to LA,
but
can
we?
Short budget.
Yeah. Business expense?
Yeah.
No. Bognor it is.
Claim it back.
Well, Brighton.
That still sounds nice,
right?
yeah.
Bognor, yeah.
Weekend in Bognor.
Yeah, no, where then? Which location, which artists, what were we saying? Who's on our wish list for series 2?
Well populated in terms of uploads in Manchester, Liverpool, Brighton.
Yeah.
Which are great locations.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go.
Trip out.
Fight for it.
There's quite a few bands up like around Nottingham way as well.
Nottingham, yeah.
Yeah, quite a good scene around there.
Oxford, a couple.
Just a long way to go, innit?
See, this is where, I know. That's the thing.
And you think, fuck you.
I would like to get somewhere maybe, because there's quite a few bands around our area in Essex that we haven't had the chance to
talk to
properly yet. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be quite good to have somewhere around there.
Unsigned Essex.
Yeah.
Unsigned Brighton.
Yeah, it would be quite good. Yeah. Well,
treading in some territory there, maybe.
Where?
Essex.
Oh, fuck them.
Edit that out.
Who is it?
Here's a reminder.
She was just trying to say we don't want to step on anyone's toes in Essex.
I
had the idea for Christmas covers first, and they took it.
Who?
Your lot. No, I don't mind stepping. I don't think stepping on anyone's toes, because I think that we're doing things different to anyone else that's really out there. No one's had a weekly episode of this. Like, no one's got
put the graft in.
No one's put with Future Hits as an example. There are other stations out there, I know, right? There's certain stations out there that do very similar to us.
I think there's so many stations that ask for music like that. Even like, are we referring to BBC? Is that it?
Yeah.
I thought you said, have you heard of the BBC?
I thought is that what we're referring to?
Basically, we don't want to step on people's toes, but then we're doing different things.
Everyone does the same thing.
We're doing different
There's only
things.
so many songs out there that you can play.
Yeah.
And when it gets to this year, chances are, whether it's, I don't know, radio, I don't know, they're all linked, we'll go Radio Extra, Future Hits, Is Incident, Radio Chelmsford. They're all going to be given the same quota of we would like this kind of show this year. So I'm like, I'll do it. Off they go.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that going with Unsigned and doing it in slightly different locations would be cool, but then logistically it's figuring out, isn't it? But I think with a series, at least then you can turn around.
Tuesday,
no, you can't do it on Tuesday. No. I think it would be quite cool to do it where we go, right, we do a series and we do like a couple in a day or whatever, and then they come out whenever we're ready for them to come out, whereas it being like a weekly thing has been quite, like you said, it's been a bit burnt out really. But go on.
No, I was just going to move it on.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought this is shit. We'll keep going. I'm joking.
Pretty much what you've done the whole time.
Yeah, literally. Did you just quickly?
We're done with that?
Just quickly, going off on a bit of a tangent. Have you seen those like avatars of people where they?
Yeah, the AI thing. What is that all about?
So I tried the AI thing, but I didn't want to. I could be asked to do it properly. Right.
Show it now.
I will show you, and if I remember, I'll slot it in. Right. But I wanted to tell you about a friend of mine first.
Edit in, Matt. Remember to put it in.
So my mate Ash.
Okay.
Right. Oh, shout out Paul Power, by the way, who watches. So my mate Ash, right, is a hi Paul. My mate Ash is a bit of a pain in the ass. Not a pain in the ass. He's just doesn't let me. He's one of those friends similar to you that don't let you get away with anything.
As it should be.
Do you know what I mean? Like you do something.
Building.
It's character building. Bullying.
That's how both of us with you, though, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Well, basically, right, so I tried doing this AI thing, right, and I put it on my story, okay, and that's the one that sort of looks semi-okay, because the other ones I didn't do properly and they looked a bit shit, right? What?
It's not your eye here.
It's not really my eye I'm bothered about, because what happened, right, is I showed my friend screenshotted it.
You look good.
So I look like the original. I look at R9.
I did say you should grow your hair back.
Yeah, I know, but not quite like that.
No.
For the audio listeners, a friend of mine referenced my AI photo to look like Ronaldo, who played for Brazil when he had the bit of hair at the front.
Fat Ronaldo to be the
Fat
size.
Yeah, fat Ronaldo. But at least people liked him because he didn't throw his toys out the pram to move clubs. There we go. That's what apparently I look like. Anyway, so that was that. That's what I was going to mention.
How's
So-
your self-esteem?
What?
How's your self-esteem now after that?
I feel all right because it's just him, and I didn't see it until after he said that. Because on that AI, it does look like that I've only got that bit, but that's why I
On
trim
that
it.
subject, you was going to grow your hair back for Movember.
No,
So join
you
us
a-
for series 2.
Yeah. No, you asked me to, and then I let it get a bit fuzzy, and I thought I can't. This looks shocking.
I did it.
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah,
gonna
I was going to introduce you as Tom Selleck, but
Coming off tomorrow.
I didn't want to like.
Worst thing was I hurt my arm the other day and I had like a bandage on.
Oh right.
That's what
Oh, Keith Lemon.
Yeah. Someone called me Keith Lemon. I was like, oh, that's not good. That's not a strong look.
Didn't Celebrity Juice finish this week? Have they like stopped doing it now? Oh, who cares? Right,
No,
good.
I dunno.
Right, what we're going to do, let's get into some more unsigned chat before we sign off for today and for Series 1. So I would like to know from both of you
Yeah.
what your highlight as a... Why are you looking at me like that? Don't ask me this question. I'll go to Rob. What would be your highlight as an admissions factor first? We'll go into other things like I said.
We
in the
had
break.
the debut EP out this year, which was nice, which was cool. Made the Chronicle.
the local paper.
Because we asked nicely.
Because we know who works there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, the EP, that was a big thing for us. We put a lot of time into that. It was ages ago now.
Yeah.
But no, the EP was the one for us. What else have we done gig-wise? Done a few gigs here and there.
Yeah.
Like Chinneries and stuff that we really enjoyed.
The Chinneries gig was first. The San Quentin one was the first one that I came to of yours, and that was...
I think that was quite a good one from
Yeah.
memory.
I think that's probably wasn't that probably your best attended one for the except for the one that was last week.
Potentially, yeah. No, I think even that was more... The San Quentin one was a big one for us.
Yeah, it was massive. That was you under one sun and San Quentin. It's a good
Yeah,
gig.
that was it. The EP.
Yeah, EP.
I'll settle on that.
What about your highlight as AB Violet?
I mean, I've had a pretty slow year as AB Violet.
Yeah. Okay.
I released an EP in March, and then the 2 tracks I've released since then that were a bit experimental, I suppose,
Yeah.
went well. They went fine. They went good.
How did you rate Freddie's remix of your track, by the way, that he played on his show on Future Hits?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I thought it fit in quite well.
Yeah.
Well, now we've given him the dance folder on Future Hits. He's just smashing it every week.
We should have done that ages ago, shouldn't we?
Yeah, really.
So, yeah, on Future Hits, we've got shows every evening at 7. Otherwise, you can listen 24/7 to emerging artists. And, yeah, we're all on there. And so's Ollie when he turns up.
He's still in Wickford at the moment.
Is he in Wickford?
I was waiting for you to get.
Basically, I come from Wickford, and somehow Ollie's ended up there rather than in Islington because he thought he was going to Ilford.
Home studio. That's where he's gone.
I've invited you there, but I don't think
Yeah.
we're all fit in.
No.
So anyway, so that's on Future Hits. You can go and find that on the app. Go and download it. You can submit music via that as well to be on the radio of us at some point in the future after it's been reviewed by our A&R manager, AB Violet.
I think that actually might be my highlight. I've really enjoyed it.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah.
Like songs on there that you're founding on this is shit.
Oh yeah, but I don't put them in the drive. It's
How
fine.
how many? There you go. That's a good question. Let's say
There are some songs that we get.
if 10 songs get uploaded. How many of those 10 are just shite?
To be fair,
Only a
not
couple-
a lot.
yeah, 1 or 2.
Oh really?
Yeah. And I wouldn't say they're shit. I'd just say that they're
It's no
not
fun. Our remix. Cup of tea.
yeah, they're not our cup of tea. I think there's a couple of tracks that we've had where it's like it doesn't. Where I think we're trying to obviously promote emerging artists, and obviously we've got to be promoting what we think is the best to be on the station that also represents us as credible people that are trying to build a following and build something here. So there are some tracks that make the cut, some that don't. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah. No.
I've applied for loads of jobs and I ain't got them. So obviously I haven't made the cut for some things, have I?
I was hoping you're going to call them out. That'd be quite harsh if your job applications just started calling you out though.
Wouldn't remember off the top of your head anyway, would you?
Yeah.
Okay, that bad.
there are a few, but I'm not gonna mention. But it's the same though. It's like if you've worked with certain promoters or you've gigged with certain bands or we've had certain guests on here, you're not going to turn around and go, they were shit. I'm not having them back again. No. You wouldn't call them out on here.
No, you wouldn't call them out. No.
Be funny though, wouldn't it?
We can call them out
just
afterwards.
to test
fine.
if
There wouldn't be a
still
series
listening.
2, would there?
Just to see if they're still listening.
They're not.
There you go. That's the test.
No, there has been, right. So we've been very lucky to have some fantastic guests on the podcast and on the radio shows as well. And I know that there's certain people that have been really big supporters who have been on the podcast. We've got the podcast group. Everyone's in the Instagram podcast group, and a lot of them are very supportive.
Yeah.
And some people come in, do the podcast. You might not hear from them very much after that, but it is what it is. Like, it's one of those things. So such is life.
But I think from like an overall perspective, I think that's probably why I wanted to be involved in Future Hits from the first place, is like there are so many sort of radio stations, like you were saying earlier, that kind of always play the same people, or once they've cut ties with you, that's it. Like it's hard to get back in. And I think you were so inclusive from the start, and I was like, I want to do that.
I just think, like, you asked me earlier about what something about what music sort of I like or whatever, what gets me and whatever. So for me, on Future Hits, it's been a case of if I like it or I think someone else is going to like it, we'll play it. That's always been the thing. It doesn't matter what genre it is. Yeah. Even on that's been the whole thing about my Unsigned show. Me and Lizzie said about it when because obviously she self-produces on her show that she's done on Hayes and now does on Future Hits. And I think when I started doing radio, when I was on more local radio, it had to be a case of, it needs to be reasonably middle of the road, which is fine. I understand. On a Sunday afternoon, people washing their car might not want to listen to certain stuff, right?
Yeah.
But where I've been self-producing my own show, I sort of feel like, well, you can take or leave it now. We're at a point where we've got a few stations that play it every week.
Yeah.
We've got our own station that obviously is going to play it. So I want to play the stuff.
So I make the rules.
Yeah. It's my ball and I will take it home.
If I say it's a goal, it's a goal.
Yeah. I'll move those goalposts. So as long as I enjoy it, then I'll play it. I think that's always been the way forward, because I think that when it's other establishments, maybe it's a case that they do have their favourites. No, probably. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know.
There's a lot of the same names that you see a lot.
You do, yeah, and you think that's not a new song. That's been out for a while. Yeah, there's like a little backhander somewhere.
Do you think?
I don't. I haven't done, but now I'm thinking, yeah.
Right. I've talked myself into it.
Do you reckon?
No, I don't think there's backhanders. It's probably just a case that they haven't either had enough uploads for the week and they've replayed something.
What's a thing with a very, very popular radio station of DJs picking their own music on it as like an extra kind of station, when a DJ would pick their own music and say to the artist, "This is how much it's going to be for you to be on the show."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they got called out for it in the slaughter, and they got online. Well, they got fired, but with management didn't know.
Charlie Sloth.
No. Could have been. No, it was that. No, it wasn't. No.
I'm not calling out Charlie. I know he just got the sack from BBC, didn't he?
Did he really?
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he was effing and blinding on air, and that's when he...
I mean, yeah.
What a privilege.
So going back to highlights of 2022, what would be can you pick a favourite song to what we've had from uploads onto Future Hits and onto your show as artist picks?
Well, that would just spoil the track of the year.
No, it wouldn't, because track of the
most
year.
Of them are on there.
So track of the year is a vote that closes tonight. So if you haven't voted, it's too late. But basically, track of the year for Future Hits has been a case we've had 40 odd tracks on there where people have gone and voted for their favourite, and then on New Year's Day we're doing a show that would then count down the top 20. But they're not our favourites; they were nominated. So it doesn't matter if you...
my favourites.
Unless it's rigged.
It's not rigged at all.
No, but they're obviously on that list for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think some of them on there, like Hadar and Matt the Vessels Trust, get me every time. But there's stuff I do come across, I'm like, oh, actually, after a couple of listens, I really like that. Yeah. There was one, that Anya Laced High Wire, I think is really well produced. I think she's got a lovely voice. And that's one I kind of skimmed over, to begin with.
Yeah.
Elba Rose's stuff, The Wallflower, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
And Will Pope, actually.
Yeah, well, I think I have to say, I think from not including the company here.
Hello.
But I would say my band of the year, in my opinion, would be Ariston. I just think that they have been...
You got a soft spot.
I have a soft spot for them. I have. They were our first gig that we done, and since then they've been really supportive of this, of the show and of the podcast and all that. And I just think that they're going to go and do really good things. I think they're I think they're a very well established band for people that they're quite young, and do you know what I mean? I think they're going to do well.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And I think solo would be Will, personally.
Yeah.
I think he's amazing. I think he was hilarious on this. like in the second half. And then, but I just think performance-wise, I watched his performances back today when I was editing those, and he's just incredible.
That new one is insane.
Yeah. What would be your? Oh, see, you're.
Sorry.
See, there's going to be an obvious edit there now, Avi. For Christ's sake, what would be your EP or track of the year?
EP or track of the year.
Yeah.
It kind of ties in with band of the year in a weird way, because every time I look at social media, they're always doing something and they don't stop. That's the first time I've ever seen you touch someone's mic.
I didn't think I'd have to touch yours.
All the way to the end of the
Because you're not wearing headphones.
Yeah, always doing something. Always seem to be working or doing a gig somewhere or pushing something. Is the Lucetters.
Yeah. They're great.
I really like the music. We've seen them twice now, give or take.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw them, I was really impressed. I don't know when this song was released, but it could have been this year. Hopefully, you'll be able to tell us. A&R manager.
It would have been. It would have been this year.
I can't remember what it's called either, though.
Everything or counting on me.
I could give you the first line, an impression of him.
Please.
Tommy.
An apology.
Apology first. I love your singing.
He's a bassist.
But it's something like, it's a someday if I before I knew.
I
never knew.
Your TikTok you did, and you were like, "It's my wonder." That actually done quite well. Oh yeah.
Wow. Maybe.
No, it weren't.
It was.
It weren't that.
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Like Lemmy.
Well, there you go. So, In Everything by Lucetters.
Yeah.
They were also at the first gig that we did.
They
And also been very supportive of
Always
the
impressed me every time I see them. Nice
Yeah.
guys. Always come to say hello.
Yeah.
That's the big thing for me. We've seen so many bands that just couldn't give a shit that you're there. Whether you're playing or just come to watch the support. But Lucetters always come over, offer to buy you a drink. Bring the nan along, who's always twatted. So... So minimum requirement for a good gig, isn't it?
And again, apologies, Tommy, and the Lucetters.
No, I'm picking you up.
Your nan's Tommy.
And your nan as well.
She did spill a drink, didn't she, at the Skinner Brothers gig?
She did, yeah. She drank.
She swilled some girl sitting on the... No, she didn't swill her. They've been...
moshing as well.
I don't know if she was moshing.
There's the rumour is, when the Skinner Brothers singer came and got down into the crowd,
he
wasn't the one that pushed that guy over. It was Tommy's nan. She's ran over and lumped him one.
Right, this is getting into a bit of no.
No, my nan's probably a bit like that as well. She's pretty rough. She's from Romford and Jewish, so she's like
Romford and Jewish.
Right, I didn't say this.
so I can say it. It's fine.
Yeah, no, Lucetters are
Be quiet. Safer.
What was gig of the year then that you've been to?
That I've been to, as in Unsigned.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed the Skinner Brothers one.
yeah, I did. Yeah, I think that's up there for me as well.
Only because
Of the experience.
yes, but I think where there are lots of their music on Spotify, so I could learn the songs.
Yeah,
That for me is we love going to see Unsigned music, but I really struggle when I don't know what they're doing.
yeah,
Because unless the sound quality is perfect, you ain't got a fucking clue what's going on with sometimes. That you can't figure out what the words are.
does depend on the sound.
Yeah, that for me is a real bugbear.
Yeah,
But if you know the songs, you can kind of get in with them a little bit.
yeah.
So yeah, for that, Skinner Brothers took it for me.
I have to say, actually, I think so I was going to say, so when I was asking you guys about album or EP or whatever of the year, I was going to say Black Heart by Palps for me for album of the year.
Very good.
Because I haven't listened to a lot of Palps.
No.
I have to be honest, right? I haven't had much communication with them. The only reason I know of them really is because you guys are friends with them. And it was because I come to watch you guys at their album launch and also a few other bands that we knew that were performing on the night as well. A few of us were there, weren't we? And then, I really enjoyed their set. And then when I went back and listened to the album, I've had that.
It's a full journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, debut Palps album is from start to end. It's a real heartfelt journey, I think, from Alex's point of view about mentally, different bits that have gone on in his life.
Yeah.
There's some real touching lyrics in there as well. There's one.
Kirsty's in some bits, isn't she?
Consequences.
Kirsty's joined in with some bits. There's a lyric, and I wish I knew what the song was, so apologies. But it's something like, "If I died today, would my dog know I didn't come home?" You're like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Click that up for them. They'd love that on their social media.
Yeah. No, that was
very, very worth a listen.
It's definitely
Really
one of
worth a
my
listen.
albums of the year, and they sent over a couple of tracks now which we've been playing, which is great. But also, where you mentioned Skinner Brothers, now I don't think they're signed, but we haven't had much to do with them on the show. It's only that we went to that gig to watch
Just by chance. And
just watch Tommy in San Quentin. Yeah. And but that album, I've listened to that, and I actually, you know, when you go through your Spotify and it was giving you all the whole, what was it called when they were going through and giving you a summary?
Wrapped. Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah. Mine was all Skinner Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's only since October?
Yeah, but I'll be honest, right? So because we get so much music in, I listen to a lot of the stuff that we have in, and it isn't necessarily on Spotify. It's downloads, listen to it, or put it into iTunes, listen via iTunes and stuff like that. And I don't listen to a lot of Spotify.
Okay.
So my Wrapped was essentially Skinner Brothers, who we saw in,
October 10th.
Yeah. There you go then. Jesus.
No, it wasn't. October the...
It was the 3rd, because I was going to go, because that was Chinnery's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With something like
It
that.
was like
Georgia
a
wasn't back
Wednesday
yet.
night.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Wednesday,
right.
yeah.
Okay, fine. So it was in October.
Yep.
And so since then, it was very much Skinner Brothers. And then it also gets sort of peppered with my children's music. So it'd be like...
Peppa Pig, probably.
No, it's not Peppa Pig. It's like...
Disney soundtrack. Disney sing-alongs.
Yeah, it is
Moana,
Disney.
you're welcome.
Disney.
Tune.
Great Showman.
Oh, yeah.
Recently Queen. So yeah, a variety.
There's nothing wrong with listening to those in the car by yourself.
What do you mean?
You ain't got to try and palm it off on the kids.
Oh, I'd listen to Queen, but it's just
Great Showman.
I enjoy that film.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been a massive musical. Like Charlotte loves a musical.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been overly too fussed by them.
You were just sold because of Hugh Jackman, though, probably, weren't you?
Zac Efron.
Oh, really?
That's why I like Rob.
Bearded lady.
Bearded lady. That's why I like Rob.
What's Zac Efron? I feel like
Zendaya, I mean.
when that
Zendaya.
film came out, I was very much no. It's for girls. No, not watching it. No, don't want to
Good
watch
though,
it.
innit?
It's very good. And then I sat down one night, just by myself for a few beers, and watched it. I was like, bloody hell. And then I watched Coco afterwards.
Oh, did you cry your eyes out? Oh, yeah.
So, but have you watched Coco yet?
I think I'm
The one with the skeleton boy.
See, me and Fraser were telling you about this.
Yeah, you were
one.
telling me about it. I haven't watched that. I
Yeah.
watched Home. No, not Home.
Yeah.
Soul
It's the
one.
same one.
Soul.
Soul.
There was another one
Oh,
as well.
Soul's quite
Yeah,
good.
sat down with quite a few beers.
Yeah, how many beers were you in?
I watched
Coco
watched Coco. The end just fucking ruined me.
Ah,
You should watch it. It's a really good film.
just not a few beers in.
No.
Fair enough. Right, so I think what we'll do, we're going to wrap it up very shortly. What we're going to try and aim to do at some point next year is we would like to get more events on at some point. The main thing is going to be concentrating on future hits, trying to get out there a little bit more. If you want to be a presenter, you can do, as long as you want to send us a demo to hello@futurehits.co.uk or submissions@futurehits.co.uk. Anything else you guys want to sort of plug or suggest or anything like that? Good chat, guys.
Should there be?
What do you mean?
So, is there something like specific you're thinking like that was like a lead in like?
No, not really. It's just from a future hits perspective. I think we obviously just want to grow that. From Unsigned, we're going to sit back and establish a plan.
We're going to regroup.
We're going to sit down, regroup, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Oh no, that was you.
Yeah, you've eaten it. Thanks for the offer, yeah.
Snuck that
Four
way,
fingers
yeah,
as well.
four
That was.
fingers, yeah.
Could have been one
Each.
But we have got lots of plans for next year. Limitless is something that we have started, which is artist management and also music production and all that sort of stuff as well, which can go to limitless.co.uk
It's
for
just
that.
looking so busy already.
Yeah,
Next
it is busy, but we're it'd be exciting.
Hopefully exciting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But quick thank you to everyone who's been involved with the podcast. Not only you guys, producer Ian, Manish, Lizzie, Aisha, everyone who's been a part of it. Joel as well. Fucking missed you the last 3 months because editing takes ages. But yeah, everyone who's been involved with it, all the guests, thank you very much. We'll be back at some point next year. And yeah, until then, have a great Christmas, although that's already been and past. But Happy New Year.
Have a great
Had
New
a great
Year.
Christmas. We're at that point in the year now where you like are sitting around with your cousins and you're 4 bottles of wine and duetting to Christmas songs, but it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone already.
It's gone already.
But that's the relaxed period, isn't it? Where it's no pressure.
Yeah, you're back at work, haven't you?
I've got 3 days at work. I've got a gig, radio show, and so many fucking Christmas dinners. I think I've got about 4 lined up. 4 Christmas dinners: Christmas Day, Boxing Day, 29th. I think there's one on the 28th as well.
Nice.
Yeah. God, so many spuds. I can't wait.
Spuds.
Sprouts. Oh, Sprouts. Yes, I love.
Hang on, no, I'm not having
I love
this.
Sprouts.
Really?
Yeah.
But are they like caked in bacon fat or something? Like that?
Parmesan or
no,
something.
No, just the Sprouts. Boil
Just
them,
the boiled
cook them usual. A little bit of vinegar on top.
That made them sound even worse.
Yeah, but you've done that in the past, haven't you?
I haven't actually.
No?
Vinegar on sprouts.
A little bit of vinegar. No, I'm not saying drench them, just a little bit of vinegar on Brussels sprouts.
So
Honestly,
vinegar's quite an offensive.
I promise you clip this up, 6 on TikTok before Christmas Day. Put vinegar on
You
your
clip it
Brussels
up.
sprouts. I can't be arsed.
and that sums up the Unsigned podcast.
See you next year.
See you next year, everyone. Thanks very much. Happy New Year. Bye bye.
Haven't you?